absolutely shocked by how expensive everything is here in Seoul. The Deoksugung, which is my favourite of all the on their knees. Wait. Coffee has eyes. Coffee. I haven't actually been to Seoul in actually about 2 years, which is crazy. I'm excited to drink coffee and eat brunch and maybe even some Australian food if I can find it, but I'm excited. Okay, we've made it to Deoksugung, which is my favourite of all the Korean palaces. It's, I think, the smallest one in Seoul, but I think it's the best one because it's really romantic and it also has this Russian-Korean mixed design ballroom as well, so I'm really excited to see that. But since I've been here about 2 or 3 years ago, they've now renovated quite a bit. So now you can buy a ticket through like a ticket vendor. They have tourism information here and they even have 2 guards waiting outside guarding the palace, which is really exciting to see and kind of adds to sort of the romantic historical feeling of this palace. But it's, yeah, it's the best palace, partly because as well it's really cheap. It's only 1,000won to get inside. So let's go find out. Hashtag. I think the reason why Deoksugung is my favourite of the Korean palaces is because it's actually really small and manageable, and also you can come here at night, so it's like quite nice under lights as well. Coming here on a trip, a lot of people go to Gyeongbokgung, which is a really big palace, but the problem with it is it's so huge, it ends up being like a whole day there and it all looks the same, and unfortunately, as is the case with a lot of Korean landmarks, it's not well explained what everything is in English, but this one is much smaller.
So every temple we go to has these like pink, green, blue painting in the walls. Do you know why?
Well, I don't exactly know why, other than of course this is the state colours of Korea. This is Korea's like national colours. Like think of like China with its red. Yeah, this is Korea's colours. But also, so temples and these palaces are similar because it was at this time when they were built, Buddhism, like so the church and the state were one and the same. So there was a big correlation. And that's why I can see like it's easy to confuse like a temple and a palace. They look similar. And that's because they were kind of developed by the same architects and the same architectural style. But yeah, these are the Korean traditional colours, and my understanding is the different colours represent different things, but I don't exactly know what they are. It's about different, like it's kind of, I'm trying to think about now like Korean medicine, where you've got like different colours represent different parts of the body, different parts of the mind, different parts of the state. So maybe if anyone knows, tell us in the comments like exactly why all these colours are, what they mean, but they're all really beautiful.
Yeah, they're stunning.
Interesting history of Deoksugung is that this used to be actually a Korean noble's house. You can imagine someone very rich, and during the Imjin War, where Japan invaded Korea, all of the palaces in Seoul were burnt down, and so this became a temporary residence of the king. Can you imagine as a noble, all of a sudden your status being elevated when you've got the whole royal family staying at your house, which is what happened here, and it eventually became like a favoured palace of the Joseon dynasty. Hard to see like on the inside here, but this is what the original painting would have looked like. It's all a bit faded, but obviously they're trying to just preserve it as it is instead of like the outside painting where they're regularly repainting it. but this was the main throne room. And what's really interesting, if you can just, you can't go in there, but if you stand here, I can see all of the ministers that would have been lined up here. So there literally would be like 500 people here, just waiting for you to make a decision. They're on the ground, like this, aren't they? They're literally, I'm not going to get on the ground, but they're literally on their knees, asking, begging for a decision from the king. These stones here demarcate where you're supposed to stand based on your rank in their like sort of political system, but there will be many people all standing here, and they're yelling out, they're yelling like power, like which means like king, like please do this, and they've got this kind of dissenting culture too, where they're yelling and they're saying like, king, if you don't agree with me, kill me, I want to die. Like literally, it's that dramatic. You may as well kill me because I will die on this hill, like that kind of concept. That's how like the ministry work. And then the ministry on the other side are yelling, being like, don't listen to him, he's an idiot. Like, this is how they have their debates. That's their parliament, essentially. It's their parliament.
It's a house, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Ding. This one is really different in style to all of the other traditional Korean palace buildings. And why is that? This area here, ever since Korea sort of opened up to trading to the other countries, it's always been surrounded by homes from foreign dignitaries, and it still to this day is. This area is where all the embassies are. And so because of that, in an effort to try and reconcile with foreign dignitaries and establish relations, this place here, sort of Russian style ballroom, but also a little bit definitely Korean style, definitely Eastern style. Keeping in mind, when you talk about United Korea, Russia is its neighbour. So like, Russia's third biggest city is right on the border of North Korea. So it's really important that Korea and Russia have good relations. And so that's why we have this one here. So it's really, really unique in style. I don't know, I have to read the information, but I'm guessing it's burnt down, which is why it's really open like that. But they just sort of kept it as it is. But yeah, it's quite romantic in style, isn't it? Modern lights. Oh, this is looking, it's interesting, let's find out. I don't actually know what this is. Oh, I'm not good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh! 잘했다. This is our ballroom. Wait, the lights are coming on. Wait. I actually really love that little bag that we saw with the 2 eyes on it. I don't need a tote bag. I've got too many tote bags, but I'm triggered. Coffee has eyes. I'm absolutely shocked by how expensive everything is here in Seoul. Like, I haven't been to Seoul in about 2 years, and my perception now is that the cost of living here in Seoul is similar to the cost in Japan, maybe even more expensive, which is absolutely crazy to me. So we're here at Tapgol Park, which is a park which commemorates this tower that's just in front of me here that's said to look like bone. But this park is also famous for being a gathering point for the righteous army during the Japanese occupation in the early 20th century. These reliefs on the outside here that depict some of like the key scenes from the Korea's resistance during this time. But also more recently, what this park is well known for, unfortunately in Korea, is it's sort of a hub of homeless people in Seoul. And recently in Squid Game Season 2, there's a really famous scene where Gong-yoo comes to the park and offers homeless people sleeping rough in the park either a lottery ticket or some bread. And all of them, I think bar one, choose the lottery ticket, which sort of, I guess, is meant to symbolise Korea's society in modern days. So yeah, there's a lot of history here in this park, and it's an interesting place to come. Is the school uniform from back in the Japanese occupation days. You can even see there's a school bag with an abacus in it, so they can go and like count. Back in the day, I guess they didn't have a calculator for school, they had to use the abacus instead to count. Okay, let's go. Yeah, and also really famously here you can see a lot of grandpas here playing Go, it's kind of like a checkers type game. And yeah, you can see like only a few are playing, but many are supervising. There's a lot to be said. It's something you can see all over Korea. If you go to some sort of park, you can see older men gathered like this, playing, having fun, talking. Sometimes you can see them sharing tea, or maybe makgeolli, it's hard to tell.